The alarm on my watch vibrated at 3 a.m. Shift change. I shrug into my black tactical vest, checking the straps with muscle memory. The control room of the Kronos Tower was a symphony of soft blue light from 100 security monitors. To my family, this job was the final, embarrassing proof of my failure. To me, it was a chessboard, and I was the player they never saw. My phone lit up with a message in the family group chat. A photo of my younger sister, Eliza, beaming next to a glossy magazine with her face on the cover, 30 under 30, Finance Wunderkind. My mother had written, "Our star. So proud, dinner at the Windsor Club tonight to celebrate." 8 p.m. sharp, my brother, Marcus, replied, bringing the new girlfriend. Try not to bore her, everyone, the unspoken, especially you. Maya hung in the digital air. I typed, "Can't make it, night shift." The response was immediate. "Mom, always an excuse with you, Maya." "Dad, security guard, at your age, you were top of your class in criminology." "A waste, Eliza, just come, Maya, it's not like your job is important." The word echoed. I protected billions in assets, hundreds of lives. They saw a uniform, they didn't see the degree, the private military contractor training, the offers from 3-letter agencies ID turned down to stay close to a family that didn't want me close. I silenced my phone, control to all units. I spoke into my headset, my voice steady. "Commencing perimeter sweep. Rivera, you have the nest." My world was one of patterns, infrared, and silent alarms. It was a language I understood perfectly, the language of my family status, condescension. Disappointment was one I never mastered. I didn't go to the dinner, but fate, it seemed, had a cruel sense of irony. The following week, my father's company, Sterling Asset Management, was hosting its annual charity gala at the very crown jewel I was contracted to protect, the Kronos Tower's Skyview Ballroom. Attendance was mandatory for all family members. For appearances, my father had said, his voice leaving no room for argument. So I went, not as a guest, but as the deputy security lead for the event. My family didn't know. My contract with Aegis Security was confidential. I wore my tailored black vest and comms headset, blending into the walls of glittering gowns and tuxedos. I saw them holding court, Eliza holding a champagne flute like a scepter. Marcus, laughing too loudly, my parents, smiling their polished, public smiles. They didn't see me, I was part of the scenery. From my position by the service entrance, I monitored the feeds. Everything was routine until it wasn't. At 21:47, a glitch, a half-second freeze on camera 12, covering the service elevator to the private vault level. Not a system error, a manufactured blind spot. My training screamed, digital intrusion. Pretext for physical breach, I spoke softly into my mic. "Control, this is Vega, anomaly on camera 12, timestamp 21 hours 46 minutes and 53 seconds, initiating silent protocol theta, suspect potential vault level incursion. Do not alert guests, I'm moving to verify." I slipped away, my heart rate steady. This was my language. This was what I was built for. Using service corridors, I descended. At the vault level access door, I found the first proof, a sophisticated electronic lockpick device, still warm, attached to the keypad. This wasn't a smash and grab. This was a professional heist, timed for the gala's noise and distraction. And the target? The gala's centerpiece, the star of Cathay, a $50 million diamond necklace on loan for the charity auction, secured in the temporary vault. I radioed, my voice a whisper, "Control, Vega confirms breach in progress. Vault level, at least 2 hostiles, likely more. They're here for the star, request full lockdown on my mark. Do not repeat, do not alert ballroom yet. Will cause a panic." Then I heard voices from around the corner. 2 men, efficient, armed, clean sweep. 5 minutes, disable the blonde guard on the east door. She's the only real threat up there, blonde guard. That was Captain Reyes, my superior. They had inside info. This was an inside job. I had to get to the ballroom, but first, I needed to be a ghost. I disabled the two hostiles with silent, brutal efficiency of pressure point takedown, followed by quick restraint with the zip ties I always carried. I took one of their comms earpieces and listened. ... Team Alpha is down. The plan is compromised. Move to Phase B. Extract the package from the ballroom now. Use the panic as cover. Phase B. Extract from the ballroom. The diamond was already upstairs. It was impossible. The necklace was in a laser grid case on the auction podium with 2 armed guards. Unless one of the guards was compromised, or unless the necklace up there was a replica and the switch had already been made. I sprinted up the emergency stairs, my mind racing. The switch would have to be recent during the Gala chaos. Someone with access to the podium, someone everyone trusted. I burst into the ballroom's service hallway just as the lights flickered and died, plunging the grand room into darkness. Screams erupted. Phase B, create panic. Through my night vision monocular, I saw the chaos. And I saw him, my brother, Marcus, not cowering, not seeking cover. He was moving with purpose against the crowd, toward the main doors, a small, glittering pouch clutched in his hand. My brilliant, useless, jealous brother. He'd never gotten over father handing the company's future to Eliza. He needed a win. A big, spectacular win, or maybe he just wanted to watch it all burn. I didn't think. I moved. As the emergency lights kicked on, bathing the room in red, I stepped into the center of the fray. I didn't shout. My voice, amplified through the ballroom's now backup PA system via my patched-in comms, was calm, absolute, and cut through the panic like a blade. The doors are sealed. Everyone, please remain calm. This is a security incident. The perpetrators are already in custody. All eyes turned to me. In my tactical vest, I was suddenly the only point of order in the chaos. I saw my family's table, my mother's hand over her mouth, my father's stunned confusion, Eliza's wide-eyed shock, and Marcus, frozen 10 feet from the exit, the pouch half tucked into his tuxedo jacket. I walked toward him, the crowd parting. Marcus Sterling, I said, my voice still calm over the PA, please place the Star of Cathay on the floor. The replica you switched during the toast was convincing, but the weight is off by 3.2 grams. I felt the difference when I calibrated the case sensors at 19 o'clock tonight. His face crumpled from panic into sheer, venomous hatred. You, useless little security. My father finally found his voice, standing, pointing at Marcus. Arrest that man. But the Aegis team was already there, responding to my earlier call. They secured Marcus, retrieving the diamond. In the ringing silence that followed, my father stared at me, really seeing the uniform, the headset, the absolute authority I commanded. Maya, you work here. I looked at him, at my family's shattered illusions. I'm Deputy Security Lead for the Kronos Tower, Dad. My team and I just prevented the heist of the century. And we caught the inside man. I looked at Marcus, being led away. You called my job unimportant. Tonight, it was the only thing that stood between our family and total ruin. I turned to my stunned Aegis team, lockdown lifted, resumed normal operations. And get these people some champagne. As I walked back to the control room to debrief, I didn't look back. The invisible daughter was gone. In her place stood the woman who held the line. And for the first time, they had no choice but to see her.